I did a video last week on a company by the name of Modine. It's in Racine, Wisconsin, and they're in the air conditioning business. And I explained to you that their business is exploding because they're revamping and rebuilding the air conditioning systems in the data centers. And their stock is up 100% over the last 4 months. And I got a response in the comments from that video that basically asked me, it was from Printer Gang Investments, that's the guy's handle, and he says, I like Modine, what's your opinion of Fix, F-I-X, in small letters? And I didn't know what he meant, but so I searched it, and I found that Fix is actually a building contractor. It's a $11 billion company, and it stands for, or its name is Comfort Systems USA. And so I looked at it, and I want to walk you through the steps I took to familiarize myself with Fix, Comfort Systems USA, because what I realized is, Google and Apple and Amazon and Microsoft are throwing a ton of money at getting these data centers revamped to handle the accelerated compute capacity that is coming with with Jensen's GPUs and Charles's supermicro computers. But what I'm learning is there's a whole other element of this that is not tech. It's not semiconductor. It's brick and mortar, not brick, but actually steel and fiberglass and concrete to build these massive data centers, thousands of square feet, millions of square feet, and somebody's got to build them. And it's a demand that wasn't there 2 years ago. And these companies are being bombarded. And in both Modine and Fix's cases, they're going out and buying other companies to help them get this done, such as in Fix, as I'll explain to you, they can build it from the stick, that is, come on site and build you what you want, or they have plants, modular plants, where they'll build the parts and then ship it to you and put this thing up. And their business is growing faster than they can keep up. And in both cases, both Modine and Comfort Systems, they're going out and buying other companies to help them meet the demand. And as they say, usually what happens is we buy these companies, and within 3 years, they've tripled in size because of the demand for what we're getting. And they're saying our revenues are going up, our margins are going up equally, if not greater. So we're getting better business from people we know that can pay us and actually pay us up front. He said, in fact, we had more positive cash flow this last quarter than we had revenue because people were paying us in advance to build for them so that they could move to the front of the line. That's right. He said their positive cash flow was greater than their revenues. Think about that. And the work isn't done yet and won't be done for a matter of months. These people are in a bonanza. And I think the key now is to figure out how to price their stock and where to buy in. But let me first take you to my computer and show you how I research Fix to come to the conclusion that this is something I have to own. I'll get to that right after I explain this is not financial advice.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
So the first thing I do is I go to Seeking Alpha and I come across this chart that says they're up 107% in the last year. And I look at it and I can say, well, it all happened basically since October the 26th, 2023. It's gone up. I then always go and look at their earnings and what their earnings estimates are. And it says that Their earnings are going to go up 26% in 2024 and then another 13.6% in 2025. I then go back to the summary and I say, well, how big of a company is this? It's a market cap of 11.2 billion. So it's not a monster, but it's a good sized company. The next thing I do is I go to this. This is their annual report, our quarterly report. Fourth quarter, it was on February the 23rd, so it's pretty current. And I come in here and I basically say, play the call. I forward it up to where I get to the CEO, and he starts telling me about his company. His name is Brian Lane, and he's going to explain to me how they've had a banner quarter and how their company is growing leaps and bounds. And he's going to tell me that their growth is basically because the big tech companies have been calling them and telling them, we need you to build us some data centers, and you can both you can build them what they call stick, or you can build them in modular. And he tells me that his business's revenues are up 26% from the prior year, and then he goes on to tell me that he has a backlog of $5.2 billion worth of orders. Some of them, in particularly the modular ones, he's been paid up front on them. So that backlog is up $1 billion from what it was last year. That's 20%. That's going to give them, they're booked for all their work for the next 3 quarters, and big tech is asking them to book more. And basically he's saying we're having to be pretty discriminatory as to who we do business with, and we've got to do business with those that we've done business in the past, so we're turning a lot of people away. Yeah, that's what I found. So then I said, well, okay, let's look at how is their price, how's their stock doing. And so I come over here and I look at their chart, and I see that I could have bought this stock back on October the 23rd, 2023 for about $153, and today it's selling for $312. So it's doubled in price in the last 4 months. And so then my question is, well, is that a flash in the pan? Has the market grown into it, and it's just going to go down from here, and it'll come down and cover this gap at $250 in the next couple weeks, or is it going on? And I go back to the earnings call, and he tells me he's bought 2 new companies since January the 1st to help them meet the demand that they're getting from big tech. And again, he says our precedent right now is good working conditions for our employees and our hard workers. He said, because these people have been with us for decades, and we want them to be working in good conditions, and we want them to get paid extremely well because they're talented workers. And then we have to go out in many communities that we're doing this work in and hire subs, and we got to pay them the top price, so we get best of price for everything that we're doing. Okay, this sounds to me just like Modine, which I did a video on last week. These people their doors are being beat down to say, help us get this done. It's going to take 5 years or more, and we need you, and whatever it's going to cost, we can pay it, and we will pay it, and you move us to the front of the line. And that's what's happening with Comfort Systems of USA, ticker symbol FIX, F-I-X. I don't know that I have ever seen anything quite like this before. I wasn't attuned to the build out of the internet. I wasn't aware of that there is so much money being thrown around right now to get this done and get it done as fast as you can, because the profits that we will be able to make off of it are going to make the costs that we're spending insignificant. That's what we're looking at. I did a video, just a short video, just yesterday on your future is available to you for $39.99 a month. And that's a high price, because these people are going to deliver you all the knowledge in the world, and they know it. They know that they're going to change your life. They know they're going to change education. They know they're going to change the medical world. They know they're going to cure hunger. They're going to cure the global warming. They know this. And they're spending money as fast as they can to get to where they're going. And all the attention right now is on NVIDIA and Supermacro, because they are the recipients of the money, and Jensen and Charles are figures you recognize, but you don't know Brian Lane. You've never heard of him. And he right now he's running as fast as he can to keep up with this something, and he's no spring chicken. He has never experienced anything like this in his life, and probably never will, but right now, he's captivating on it, and I think you and I should as well. Okay, so we're ahead of the game. So what do we do next? Well, what I do next is I figure out, where is the buy-in price? What do I do for that? I go back to technicals. I look at FIX, and it's got a gap. It's selling today at $315. It's got a gap all the way down at $250. Is it going to go that way? Its 9-day moving average is 301. Is that where you buy in? It's got a Fibonacci retracement of 240. What's its fair market price? Well, we got to do some research, and we got to come up with where is this when something happens that is negative to the market? Where is this going to drop to? With Modine selling right now at 90. Its 50-day moving average is 71. Its 9-day is 89, and its Fibonacci is 65. So this is what I will do next, is figure out where is my buy-in opportunity when the market gets scared for whatever reason. What's it going to come into, and where am I going to buy at it? Because I don't want to buy it at its peak right now. So that's what I do on my cheat sheets, and that's where you come to Best of Us Investors. You sign up for our Platinum program. It's on sale right now at 50% off. You can get the coupon on that in the description. And let's figure out, where do we buy FIX? Where do we buy Modine? Because these people are the hammers and the nails and the concrete and the sheet metal that are going to build these massive data centers that companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Meta have to have in order to profit off of what they are going to deliver to us next. Okay, come to the website, get on the bus, and let's make this an opportunity of a lifetime.